this story here in this a forum, but I had heard it from some devotee about how there was one Mataji who was an air hostess, and she was in New Vrindavan for a holiday, and suddenly she got a call from her airlines that she has to report to duty next day morning, and New Vrindavan being a rural community, there was no way that she can reach, so she didn't know what to do. In the evening, she met a devotee at Sandhya Aarti. So that devotee said, well, I'm going to the airport, I have some work tomorrow, and I can just, give you a lift. I can drop you, Mataji, to the airport. And she thought Krishna is so kind, made an arrangement, and tomorrow I'll join the duty. So next day morning, the devotee asked her, you stand in this particular place and I'll pick you up. So she was all ready with her bags packed, but he never came. So morning 7 o'clock, she's been waiting. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 11:30, the devotee never turned up. And the way the situation is, there is no network. Finally at 11:30, she somehow could call that devotee, and she asked, Prabhu, what is this? It's 11:30. Now, what is this? You have not picked me up. And he said, I'm so sorry, Mataji. I completely forgot that I have to pick you up. I'm already almost reaching the airport. I can't come back for you. And she felt so bad. Oh, Krishna, why didn't you help me? I had to report to my duty. It was so urgent. She didn't know what to say. Anyway, reluctantly in the evening when she went to Sandhya Aarti, she was dancing with one other Mataji. And while dancing, that Mataji, just whispered, did you hear that? And she said, what? Oh, that devotee who was supposed to pick you up in the morning, he met a very bad road accident and he's in the hospital. And she was shocked. Oh, really? And then she just showed some picture, and she said that the way the accident happened, if somebody was sitting on the passenger seat, they would have been killed, no chance of survival. But somehow, the drunken driving case and drinking and driving, and he had smashed the car from the passenger side. Now this Mataji understood, that was Krishna's plan. That's why the devotee forgot to pick me up. And here I am saved. So sometimes there is a time lag. We can't understand what is Krishna's plan. So we may not be able to see things, or things may not make sense to us just now. But then there is a plan. I remember last month, my husband was detected COVID positive. And then, he has some other major health issues. So we took him to the doctor, and whatever treatment was to be done, we had done. And when I was discussing with my elder son, towards dinner prasadam, and I was just telling him, I said, Jai Hari Kare Se Mama Hita. Whatever Krishna does, it's for our good. Jai Hari Kare Se Mama Hita. It's for my good. So my son said, it's nice, Mama, but sometimes, are you sure? Dad's got COVID, so how can there be something nice in this? And how can you say this? And I said this with full faith, but I had no idea what is Krishna's plan. Okay, he was positive, and then I was serving him, so I became COVID positive. And my children who were there in my house, both my sons were COVID positive, and the whole family. Okay, within 10 days, we all recovered very well, and everything went well. And after that, as soon as we were recovered, the whole situation started changing. The coronavirus wave became more heavier. The medicines became scarce. No beds. Hospitals. The whole situation was chaotic, and it's still chaotic. It's still in the same situation. And now the thing is, it has become airborne. Now there's just nobody, who hasn't gone through. Everybody is affected through corona. So yesterday I was telling my son that now can you see Krishna's plan in this? Because now if we get COVID, we are in big mess, because the doctors have switched off phones. Many of the doctors got affected with COVID. There are no beds in any hospital. There are no injections available. So I said, now what would have happened if you would have get now? So Krishna was so kind. We are done and dusted, over. We passed through it, we went through it, and it was over. So now can you see Krishna's plan? So he said, yes, Mama. So I said, yeah, see how Krishna is not only planning the life of Arjun, he's planning the life of every devotee. He has a plan, he has a master plan. But we should have faith on Krishna. Avashya Rakshibe Krishna. Krishna will protect. Krishna will protect. We should have unflinching faith. one of my favorite story is this pastime which Prabhupada said in one of his conversations. He was saying that in Calcutta, as a grihastha, he was once walking his son around, little son, I think Vrindavan, the last son, Vrindavan day, and then and they just climbed a tram. In Calcutta they have these trams. So when they were sitting in the tram, the conductor who comes and gives you a ticket, manually they give you a ticket and you have to pay something for that. So now this conductor was making a joke with the little boy, Prabhupada's son. Hey boy, so do you have ticket? Do you have money to buy ticket? And he said, no. I said, oh, so you don't have money to buy ticket. Shall I throw you out of the tram? You don't have a ticket. I'm going to throw you out of the tram. You're just making some joke, something to talk. And Prabhupada said, my little son was so confident. He told the conductor, you cannot throw me out of the tram. My father is there with me. My father will pay for it. And he was so confident. And then Prabhupada said something so beautiful. Prabhupada said, this is the confidence we should have for Krishna. This is the confidence we should have. Krishna will protect me. Krishna will protect. Just like a little child. Little child has so much faith that my father will protect me. We should have that kind of a faith on Krishna. Krishna will protect me. So that when we have that faith, then there is no fear. Fear is there if we are not having 100% faith on Krishna. Krishna is our Shreyo Abhilashi. Suhrida Sarvabhutanam. He is best friend of everybody. He is a well-wisher of everybody. And he doesn't do injustice to anybody. So we should have full faith on Krishna. So when we have faith on Krishna, then there is no fear. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna, Krishna lage. Sab Krishna, Krishna.